Okay, we are now recording. So this is the first video in the modern OpenGL 3D game engine. This isn't a tutorial or anything like that. It's just going to be a video of me coding a game engine pretty much from scratch. There will be certain frameworks used. Certain ones will be more advanced than others, but this isn't going to have necessarily a strict structure, even though what I'm doing, because it'll be day one, day two, that sort of stuff, it's going to be almost like a vlog essentially. Even though it would lend well to live streaming, I won't be live streaming this because I've done live streaming before, and my internet, it just doesn't really work very well. It was okay, but it was just too hit and miss. So I'm going to record it in a live stream fashion essentially, without really editing anything. But I will just be uploading it manually myself to YouTube, and obviously you can feel free to comment on YouTube and any other way you want. You can email us at support@sonarsystems.co.uk and we will reply as well. So if you want to contribute, that will be the best way to contribute. But in the future, assuming this goes on for a very long time, then I will be live streaming it as well. So live streaming isn't out of the question, but I'm not doing live streaming at the moment. So let's start getting down to it. I just want to confirm it's recording properly. Is it best if I'm there or in the bottom right hand corner? You know what, I'm going to make this slightly, I wanted to, that's not what I want. Nope, I want to, I've got to fix this now. Okay, so yeah, I need to fix the video capture. It's gone all messed up. Can't remember how. Yeah, that doesn't look right. That looks like it's been stretched. Very good start. Very good start. Okay, so let's edit it. Video capture device. You, that is fine. Did that fix it? I'm not too sure. Yep, that is a okay. Oh, I just need to drag in, then it's fine. Okay, should I put this in the bottom right? I'll put it in the bottom right, but I won't make it too big. But again, this is just the first video, so things will change. I might make it a little bigger, a little smaller. Make it slightly bigger. I wonder if there's a way for me to put some alpha on here, because that would be fantastic. Because otherwise you might not be able to exactly see certain things. I can change that for a future one. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is set up an Xcode project. Because what I was planning on doing was, in this video for the most part, was actually another thing I want to mention. I know some people will, one second. Yeah, I know some people, when they do these sort of live streams, what they have a tendency to do is do like hour long ones, or they usually have a set format, like a set length. I'm not going to do that. It's just going to be however long I have, or however long I feel is suitable for this video, because I might be doing it for 30 minutes. And it might be one of those days where things aren't going anywhere, and I might just end the video and then start again the next day. Or I might do multiple videos a day. So again, it's not an exact structure or the same structure as other videos. And it's fantastic. It's installing components. It was literally working because I had Xcode open. I quit it, for I'll launch it again. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. But while this happens, let me just open up. Actually, while this is doing it, I don't know if you've seen, if any of you have seen this GitHub page. Awesome lists. Let's just say it is awesome. There's a whole heap of lists here. You can probably see that it is fantastic. So let's say if I'm interested in learning about security, for example, click on security. It's called launching. So this is just sort of me going off on a side note, and there's a bunch of links for security. Some of them will be probably paper based, aka it'll be more written, some of it will be coding, some of it will be blogs, that sort of stuff, and some of it probably be other GitHub pages, so coding mainly. So I'm going to minimize that because I will need that in a second. So create a new Xcode project. Ooh, yeah, it's slightly changed what we got. Yeah, that's an old SFML installation. Command line will get the job done. And eventually I would like to get this sort of game engine to roll out to Android and iOS as well, so not just desktop. Team, I'm not interested in that. Yeah, sound online, fine. I'm gonna call this OpenGL game engine for now. Save it to the desktop. So yeah, what I want to do is set it up so we have GLFW for the render window, GLEW to load sort of extensions, and it to only support modern OpenGL. But I also want this project to support SDL and SFML, because what I'm going to try and do, or what I hope to do, is set it up so I can easily switch between the two, and certain stuff that are framework specific will be abstracted out into their own classes. So we just call a particular method and you'll handle the GLFW or SDL or SFML depending on what we want to use. And I want to use some sort of hash define or something along those lines, or eventually some sort of settings. I'll say static class plus probably best to handle stuff like what sort of framework you were using. So first of all, I want to set up our project. Let's see if I can remember off by heart how to do it. Search in the header search paths. I remember I need to add /usr/local/include. In the build phases, link binary with libraries. I need to link a few libraries. I need to link OpenGL.framework. First of all, I'm just going to do GLFW, just get that working, then do SFML, then do SDL. So add other, Command Shift G, user local. I need to go to lib. I need the G. Can I select multiple? Oh, I can, yeah. Actually I want to go to seller, sorry. Probably could get it from there as well. Pretty sure I can. I'll get it from here. So I want GLFW. I want to do the same for GLEW, so local seller GLEW, and yep, that's the one. And what I'm going to do is go to the GitHub page with the modern OpenGL tutorial stuff. I hope this lends well towards the modern OpenGL tutorial. The people that are watching it, I would love for them to check this out, see something that isn't, let's say, prepared, because at the end of the day the modern OpenGL tutorials are prepared. The code is heavily from and based upon the Learn OpenGL and Open.gl websites, and once I've got that working myself in a certain way and I'm happy with it, I've added my own touches to it. I added to GitHub, and I have a monitor here and another computer on which I have the code. So I'm coding away, even though I know quite a lot of it off by heart. I still have it there, so I can try and make the tutorials as quick as possible, even though some of them, like the latest one I uploaded, was 35 minutes long. It's the longest video tutorial I've uploaded outside of any live stream videos, because they weren't really tutorials. So what I want to do is just go into here. I'm going to get the GLFW code. Just want to make sure it's all running. I'm pretty sure I've added everything that needs to be added. Copy that. Where is my project? Yeah, I'll maximize it. Let's move this over here. And now in the main.cpp, let's see what we get. Okay, build succeeded. That's obviously good. And yeah, that looks a-okay. To confirm, I'll get the code for actually drawing a triangle So triangle main.cpp raw. So this series will also be great for people, like I'm saying, that are watching the modern OpenGL tutorials and that are using different frameworks. Because in there I use GLFW, and for the most, actually for now, having used any GLFW specific code outside of the setup videos, and in the setup videos did SDL and SFML, but in here, because I'm doing SFML, SDL and GLFW, there won't really be a preference on one of them if you're stuck on the SFML or the SDL side, or you want to learn a bit more about it and how we can work with modern OpenGL or OpenGL in general. These videos will be fantastic for that. Cause like I said, GFW is my favorite. I said that in the other tutorials, but I'm going to be using all three frameworks in here, and it could even expand to something like FreeGlut, which I doubt. I don't really like FreeGlut, and it's not supported on Mac. It's a Windows only thing. Glut is old. FreeGlut, I don't see the point. You'd rather just use GFW or SDL. SFML is the first one of the three that I learned, and that's sort of one that I really love because it's easy to use. I've used it a lot. But with GLFW, it's updated a lot. It has what it does really well. That's what I love about GLFW, and it has stuff like vocal support. It gets it really fast. Because at the end of the day, it's made for OpenGL. SDL and SFML aren't made for OpenGL. They support OpenGL very well, very well, but they're not designed for it. That's not what they're made for. Because at the end of the day, SFML is essentially a game framework. SDL, not quite. It's sort of in between GLFW and SFML. Doesn't add as many simple sort of classes that simplify the development process as SFML does, but it's not as bare bones as GLFW. So it has a nice compromise. And I believe in like SFML 1, it supported a bunch of platforms, obviously ignoring the main desktop ones and mobile ones. It supported stuff like Dreamcast, PSP. They had it working on a whole heap of stuff. SDL2 supports a whole heap of stuff as well, but nowhere near as number 1. So yeah, let's go to this page right here. Now what we want to do is set up the GL SFML. I'll do SFML next. So if I go to SFML lib, can't remember quite exactly which libs that we wanted. It wasn't audio, I believe those graphics. There was no, I only want to add the exact nothing with system, window and graphics, but I'm going to confirm by going to the YouTube channel of Sonar Systems. It's weird why I'm not logged in anymore. Should still be logged in. I'll just Google it. So modern OpenGL. See how far we are down. Obviously it's not an accurate representation, simply because this system is a system that I use and Google knows the system I use, so the results will be slightly skewed. I wanted the SFML on Mac. Pause it, and I want to go to. Okay, so he's already started coding. So
now start coding.
Oh, system and window. So I can't remember whether or not I had to go back because it wasn't working or not. No, I didn't by the looks of it. So I can just include system and window. And now theoretically I should just be able to copy and paste the SFML code and it should just start working. At least that's the plan. SFML, Mac, main.cpp, copy and paste this into the main.cpp file. Build succeeded, that's good. Yep, that. I believe I had the error before anyway, so I believe that's fine. 23 enumeration values not handled. Oh yeah, that's just saying I need to do deprecation. That's nothing to do with me. That's SFML anyway. I wonder if this is the latest SFML anyway. I believe it is. SFML dev. See what the latest one is. 2.4. Yeah, that's the one I've got. Now I can start setting up SDL. On Mac it's just so easy to set up, because my favorite platform is Windows. A lot of people think it's actually Mac, but it's not. But development I prefer on Mac because it's a Unix-like based system. It has a bunch of drivers built in. It has a bunch of frameworks built in that Windows doesn't. And like Android development just is easier on Mac. I'll find certain projects like this, it's just easier to work with, but I do prefer Windows as a whole. For starters, I'm a big gamer, so for that, from that point of view, it's a no-brainer. It was, I can't remember whether or not I added the main one. No, I believe I only added that to Windows. I need the code first, so I need to get the code. So setup SDL. What I will be doing is actually putting this on GitHub. So you know what? I'm gonna create a new repository. For this, I'm gonna call this OpenGL Game Engine. I'll call it Modern OpenGL Game Engine. Initialize with README. So for the license, I can't remember which one exactly want, because I always want the one that's, for now I'll leave it because I want the one that you can just do whatever you want. It lets people do anything you want with your code as long as they provide attribute. I don't want that. I want people to do whatever they want. Permissive, but also provide express grant of patent rights. Don't care about that. Yeah, I'll have to look at exactly the one I want. It might be lib, PNG or Z, whatever, blah blah blah. That might be a decent one. Again, I'll have to look at it at a later date, because I can add that later. Feel free to do what you want with this code. So I've got this right here. I'll add the code afterwards. So now SDL, copy, all goes well. Okay, yep, that's gone really well. So what I'm gonna do is, it's weird why the SFML one was smaller. I can look at that at a later date. Let me just quit that, and now gonna make some notes in Sublime. So what I need to do, I need to abstract out this, the init part of the initialization of SDL, of the game engine, of the window event, or the game loop cleaning initialization. So initialization game loop cleanup. So this is just this sort of stuff, like this will be the initialization, this will be the game loop stuff, and this will be the cleanup. Only the cleanup for the engine stuff, and I need to actually extract out this as well. You know what, I'll probably just leave it all in here, and I'll just put a hash if not defines in here, and then after that I'll abstract it out. For now I'm going to do, I'm just trying to think of the best way of doing it. I'm just going to create one file for now called engine.cpp. I can add other files at a later date. So C++ file. See what else we got now. This is nothing that's going to happen in these stories. I will go off on a tangent. I'll probably just start googling stuff. C++. Also create a header. That's fine. Core engine. Call this core engine. I will make it neater as we go along, because certain things will be almost fudged in a way. .hpp. I don't think there's a difference between .hpp and .h. I think it's just a preference to distinguish between a C file and C++ file. Probably should use .hpp a lot more, but I don't. I'll leave it for now. So we don't need the standard input output header. We can use IOStream if we want that. Class call engine. Really should put this in a namespace. So namespace. What can we put as the namespace? Sonar game engine. Yeah, I'll leave it as that for now. Don't want that. Okay, in here, should I put this? Oh, I use a constructor, but for now I won't actually put anything here, so I'm going to put constructor. This needs to be public. The initialize the framework. This is going to be called void. Nope, I'm going to do bool init. And the reason I'm going to do a bool is I'm going to return if it's being successfully initialized or not. Hopefully that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to be doing the game loop. For now, let's just do the init method. So it's going to here, namespace. The namespace was Sonar game engine, and for this it's bool init core engine colon. What's this known in the? Yep, need to return a value. Turn true. It should run. Okay, I could potentially pass in parameter into here actually. The only problem with that is I want realistically should be based around the preprocessor because the hash includes they happen before compilation. So I could use both methods. Initially I'm just going to do hash if not defines. Sort of sitting back like it's relaxing. Yeah. So in here what we're going to do is go to the main.cpp. I'm actually going to copy and paste this. Could in theory put this in there as well. I don't see why not, because at the end of the day it's part of the engine. I'm not really doing glue again. So yeah, I'm going to whack that into here. I'm happy with that. And should I get rid of that? I'll get rid of that. I'll put it as some sort of variables soon enough. GR viewport, yep, I don't see why I shouldn't put the GR viewport in there as well actually. A lot of it will just be abstracted out. Nope, nope, that's not where it's meant to go. Not at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need the hash include IO stream. Shouldn't be any errors in here. I should get a failure in the main.cpp. Let's include hash include core engine.h. Oh yeah, I need the files back in here. So actually, can't quite remember if I were to put this in the header file, for example, will this get included into the main? Yeah. No. Yep. Okie dokie. It's not liking it because obviously that no longer, the window and the context no longer exist within this scoop. Probably do need to put this over there then. The game loop in there as well. Less than ideal, I guess, but I'll put this in there now. So game loop. So this will be a void. The game loop that is run every frame. Void loop. I'll call it game loop. Rename stuff afterwards. Void core engine game loop. So in here I need to put, this should be part of the initialization. So again, the input stuff will probably abstract later on as well. Need to whack this out, and what I'm actually going to do is get rid of this. Get rid of this. I'm going to put this as a bool. So, because if you quit, I'm going to put quit as true, else return false. It differs, yep, because it's not a bool in here. What else do we need to do? Need to do the cleanup methods. There's nothing here now. That's what we want. So cleanup. I'm just do void clean up. Core engine .cpp file. Let's do this so I've got a bit more space. You know what, I don't actually like it like that. What I'll prefer is if it was beneath. It's easier for you to see and easier for me to see it as well if it's around about here. So need to create a new method, void core engine clean up in here. I cut that blank space, so I need to copy it again from here. We'll cut it, paste it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Certain aspects in here. What I need to do is do create core. No, I need to use the namespace, so using namespace sonar game engine, then core engine. I'll call this CE. CE dot initialize CE dot game loop CE dot cleanup. I'm just trying to think what's the best. Again, I can change stuff after. If I should have the while loop within here, or have the while loop here so you can clearly see what's going on. And then structure this. For now, I'm just going to put while true. What's this saying? It's probably saying that it doesn't minor code will never be executed. It will, don't worry. Chill out. It's gonna get executed. If I haven't finished yet, if game loop, then break. I'm going to break out of it. So now in here, what I need to do, certain errors are occurring because window event isn't accessible, neither is the context, so I need to put the context and the window event. There's a GL context and an SDL event. Put these as private. SDL underscore window event. This window event. Yeah, this isn't something I actually usually do. I don't usually put this unless I'm assigning it a variable that has been passed in that has the same name. I usually just leave it like this because you'll not that like that because you'll refer to it. Well, I would like to hear your opinion, the community opinion of what you think about that. Whether I should use this or whether I shouldn't use this. I've googled it before, but I want to just hear what you have to say in the comments. So. Still moaning about something. To SDL poll event. Oh, need to. It was a window event, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be window event. It wasn't something else. It was event. Save that. Okay, the only thing now is window, so I need to take the window from here, put this window this and finally I believe this is the only one now. This I will put that into what's it moaning about now? Undefined symbols, core engine. Seems to be something to do with the construction of core engine. It's got the core engine, core engine, the actual constructor code. Still succeeded, so this should just okay, it's gonna be something to do with this, so I'm returning false. It's true that I want to. Actually, I'll just swap it around because from the main.cpp it seemed more logical for swap it around. From here, I just, for me, felt more logical. not logical if I said, okay, we're quitting, yes, and we're not quitting, no. But I'll see what the main.cpp is saying. It's just from here. It's just like, yeah, well, true. Okay, if it's not game loop, then break. So now we should actually get our window, and it shouldn't just disappear. Okay, that's good now. Because in here there is 0 framework specific code, and it's all very simple now. And obviously I will create like a little method where, like, section where the OpenGL just would go. So yeah, let's start doing some stuff. Let's start doing I'm going to create a new file, see what the time is, because I'm actually going to the cinema, see The Infiltrator, which is about that Pablo Escobar film, or the guy who infiltrates, I think his gang, Pablo Escobar's gang. Narcos season 2 is really good, and season 1 probably Infiltrator has Bryan Cranston, and they're going to see that in a bit with my dad, so I need to just keep an eye on the time. Showing's at 5:45. And I'm probably going to leave here from about 10 to, so actually I need to be quick. Also create a header, what am I doing? I only want a C file. No, not a C file, I only want a header file. Yep, and I need to call this definitions. I do like definitions. The structure is not defined in stone, so feel free to suggest stuff. Stuff will be changing, as I've mentioned. So hash define SDL. How should I put it? Should just do it as hash define SDL. Hash define CE underscore SDL. This is just okay. I'm gonna call this SG. That stands for Sonar Game Engine. SFML hash define. So you could essentially be having multiple ones. Again, I would welcome your suggestions, and stuff will be changing. So let's just get stuff working. So GRFW. What I'm going to do is comment this out, get this working along with the code that I already have. So I'm going to just do a. I want to do it if and def. I want to see what's the other line of code. It's like hash pragma once. I very rarely use. I pretty much never do. Hash pragma once. See the exact usage of this. Very well supported. Less prone to making mistakes. Less code to type. But I wonder. I'm just wondering if there's a way to just do one line. Hash pragma once on one line. Hash pragma once one line instead of the entire file. Yeah, I'll probably just use hash if not defined for now. Though hash if defined. If you know of a way to use hash pragma just for one line or a specific set of lines, so you can just do hash pragma start, hash pragma end. It'd be fun if it is that. That'll be great. We'll really welcome that, because I will replace this code with that. Hash if define SGE underscore SDL hash end if. Then I also need to do a hash include definitions. Need a hash endif here. Need another hash endif. Let's go into the CPP file. All of this so far is SDL. Any more SDL? Nope. All of this is SDL. What I'm actually going to do is actually abstract all of this out into separate methods. So have this in its, probably have an engine class, core engine class, and more actually I might call it a framework, core framework class. Something, so I might have core engine, core framework, and in the core framework there'll be all of these. So in the actual core engine, you would just call initialize game initialize framework. You would call something like initialize events. You would initialize or swap window, clean up, and you would pass it. And yeah, that, I guess that would be it. But again, it's something probably for the next video. Hash endif. Hash endif. So run this. This should still work. Okay, but now if I were to go to main.cpp or definitions, let's say comment this out for example, and comment in GOFW, should mess up on it because I don't have SDL initialized. Yeah, that's fine. So now we're going to do in the core engine. I'm going to do hash. I can't remember what it is. It's something like, really should indent it like so it's easier to read. Hash L if is it? I think it's elif. Hash if defined else if. I think it's hash el if, hash else if. Ooh, there's a few different ones. Let's see what they're saying. Function is equivalent to hash else if. That's fine. I'll put else if. Easy to read that way. Hash endif. Hash else if sge underscore sfml. Hash else if sg underscore glfw. What I'm actually going to do, just copy and paste this so it replaces the endifs everywhere. Like so. Oh, it's 22. Need to be quick. Remove the line of code that I didn't want to, and just need to do it for these three things. So if I go to the header file, so I was just about to do glfw. If I go to the glfw code and go to main.cpp, roll, we want to get this bad boy right here. I want to whack this into, where is this? This is put after GLEW, so I'll whack this here. And this is initializing, so this is still initializing, still initializing, still initializing. Ooh, it's quite a lot of initializing code. I would take out the window stuff after, once I know exactly what I need. So I'm going to copy that, put this into the, I've been putting it into the SFML section, haven't I? Let me have a look. Yep, screwed up. Let's cut that. Go back into here. Cut this. Go back into here, because as you can see, this file's already getting quite big. So yeah, this will definitely need to be abstracted out in separate methods, especially considering afterwards we're not going to be using it again too much, apart from just function calls. GRFW, need to do the polling in the right section right here. Need to do the swap buffer in the right section right here. Nope, I put the polling in the wrong place. So I need to put this, whack this right here, and then finally just need to sort out the cleanup over here. Probably can get rid of that. Probably can get rid of this. Build did succeed. Is SGE GRFW and commented in? It is commented in indeed. Thing is, this code doesn't look like it's being hit at all. Because I bet you, if I were to do std cout std and line, put some random characters there. I'll actually end this video soon, so we'll need to get going soon. Yeah, that's not being hit. Not being hit. Ash if defined. Yeah, that's not defined. Ash if defined. Oh, I know what's happening. Int I. No. Almost actually let's get rid of this entirely. Hash else if probably gonna need to have a look exactly how to use these. Pretty sure that's what you would just do. You would just do something like hash else if elif defined. Yeah. Question is, why isn't it working? I'm gonna just try elif then. If this works. Expected value in int I. Expected value in expression. It should be defined, shouldn't it? Should put defined. Okay, so that's working now. What's that moaning about? Yeah, because obviously it's not included. Will that work? Nope. I need to put it as elif. So I need to replace every one of these with this. It is less than ideal, I know. Probably could just do a hash else if space. I won't do a mass change. Almost. It is fun stuff though. Got one last one in here. Yeah, this is. I'm probably hopefully going to get GRFW done and then get going. I might even go before GRFW is done. It's not what I wanted. I might record another one tonight. I've quite enjoyed this. And there should be one more. Okay, let's see where the errors are now. GRFW is not moaning. It's moaning because we don't have the window. That's the only thing it's moaning about actually. So I'm hoping if I were to just copy this, go to put this listen, put this, I need to put the same here, this, and go into here, paste this within here, run, put a semicolon, run. Should hopefully work now. Yep, okay, so we have GRFW working. I could theoretically get SFML built in as well, if I'd be really quick. Is GRFW all done? Yeah, GRFW is all done, because I eventually want to abstract this out as well, aka because, you know, we're setting version 3.3 for all of them, where we'll probably be doing stuff like resizable for all of them, so put that into separate methods. So going to SFML, going to Mac, going to SFML OpenGL, main.cpp. So first of all, you need to copy and paste the window file into, it was after GREW, so put it here. I need to copy and paste this into the main.cpp file. Nope, don't know why I'm there. To here. Yeah, there is a shit ton of code in now. Too much code. And scroll down, scroll down. So this is the way you do poll eventing. I'm just trying to think whether you have to initialize this every single time. I can't quite remember. It's fine, for now we will. That's the way I did it in here. Breaks it, running equals false. I don't care about that. No, return equals false. Return false. Window.display and window.close. Okie dokie, I've put this in the wrong one again. So cut that, put this here. Window.display. Window.display. Window.close. So hopefully this should just work, but if I go to main.definition file and I just uncomment this out, didn't work. Did I not abstract that out? I thought I did. Window event. Apparently it's let's have a look. Did I not put in the I put it? Oh, I must have forgot. I clearly forgot to put it in here. The question is, did I cut it from here and then forget, or did I just not? No, I didn't even cut it from here. Build failed. So return equals false. I put that, but why would I put that? Return false. Window.display is meant to be a method. And finally, does not provide a call operator. Okay, what's it moaning about now? It always wants to moan about something. Yeah, it's right here. And what? Does not provide a call operator. I'm sure. Yeah. This code is working properly. There's only one include. Honestly, I'm probably gonna end it soon. Window equals SF. And that was meant to be an SF window. That is the reason why. Can't quite remember what's the. Is there a create? There is a create. I might have to. No, that definitely won't work. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just convert this into a pointer and do it potentially. There must be a way to just do it like this, SF : window. You know what, I'm just gonna leave this for next. This probably just end up going on forever and ever and ever. Just make sure there's only that one thingy broken. That's fine. I'm actually going to put this code onto GitHub now. So if I go to Sonar Systems, go to repositories, modern OpenGL game engine, and it is called the modern OpenGL game engine. Drag that on. Let that add. So yeah, that's fine. That's all on here now. So first commit. I'll put first commit changes. Okay, so yeah, that is it for the first day in the modern OpenGL game engine sort of project. Feel free to add to it. Feel free to ask any questions, comment, whatever. Again, I know this sort of would lend really well to a live stream, but hopefully in the future we will do a live stream with it, and hopefully this lasts for a long time. Hopefully this will just be an ongoing thing and can actually become a proper game engine in its own right. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Stop recording. Ooh, almost 1 hour. Should I end it? I'm going to try and end it at 59:59. No specific reason. So, yeah. Make sure the code is there. Yep. All the code seems to be here. So, we'll be ending it in 20 seconds. So, 1, 2. Let's count down when it hits 49. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.